Between the time when the cola was drunk in Atlantis and the rise of the bands of trans fats, there was a feast undreamed of. And unto this, Hungar, destined to wear the jeweled glasses of bifocal upon a famished brow. It is I, a nerd's nerd, who alone can tell thee of his saga. Let me tell you of the days of high cholesterol.
That
I-
thing is just the best.
I think I could also tell a story or two about Hungar. I'll make them up though.
Yeah, you
Well,
would, because
They're all made up.
you're an asshole.
Uh,
All right, there's the link for anybody else who wants to join. I sent out some invites.
yeah. I guess you could. I don't know. Craziness.
Crazy.
Everybody ready for the weekend?
Yeah, it's
The
just like
weekend.
any other day.
My weekend started an hour ago.
Yeah, me too. With going back to bed when I realized the boy didn't have to go to school today.
Yeah, I just woke up from my nap after my early morning stream this morning.
Hey, a name's insert name here is here.
What's up? Insert name.
Yeah.
I woke up at like 5 o'clock this morning. Decided to make a pot of coffee and do a live stream.
Yeah, we missed you, Shadow. We figured
That's
you'd be there.
me, Justin.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Otherwise, I would have grabbed it. But I didn't really
At 5
watch
o'clock
a lot of
on the-
YouTube this morning.
Yeah, Bear was on.
Mr. Max.
Mr. Max was on. Yeah,
Some other people.
it was Curtis.
Yeah, you know,
Or
I
yeah,
caught
that's the
you
guy.
guys' show yesterday, but apparently, nobody saw that I was there.
What show?
You had a show yesterday?
I think it was yesterday.
I saw your survival show with Bo.
No, I
Yeah.
think it might. Well, it was you and Bear and Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Max.
That I was just streaming Bear's stuff.
I must not have notifications put up for him.
It was their show, but I was streaming it on my channel because I do that.
Okay, let me see if I'm even. I know I'm subscribed, but
It was Bear. Was it in the evening or was it in the morning?
it was in the morning, I think.
Yeah, because Bear was. Crazy Canadian. It's Max.
Hey.
What's up, Mr. Max?
Is 1 minute. His dog is barking. Or his cats are about to do something. I have a feeling it's animal related. Yeah. I was right. Yeah, that's a different thing. See, but if all four of us were on that side, the person at the top would be underneath your butt.
Yeah, Bear was venting about Legion of Myth Fallout, but Now was on.
Pardon?
Yeah, Max Leon's. We got a new segment on the show. What were the name of those guys on that?
Mildra and Xanatrix.
Mildred and Xanatrix.
Yeah.
An update on Bear's current opinion on Mildred and Xanatrix. He doesn't give a shit.
Never heard of him.
That's good. Yeah.
One of them was talking about how he climbed up a mountain to get some special, Avatar type yogurt or some shit.
Yeah, and there was like, some guy that was eating his Icelandic yogurt, and then it created like some D4 booby trap. Wait, I'm retelling the story in a way too much interesting way.
Yeah. And he's like, he climbs up the mountain to get some virgin goat yogurt.
Yep.
Okay,
And
so
I was just like, I kept on thinking of Tropic Thunder when Robert Downey Jr. is talking to Ben Stiller, and he's like, "You went full retard, son. You never go full retard."
I don't want to like drag that on like much. Like what we said, I said what I had to say about it. You know what I mean? Just like
that's not the segment. We're supposed to say Bear doesn't give a shit. That's supposed to be the wrap up of the
Brian,
segment.
check your Discord, dude.
no, but that's the thing. I was like involved in that drama, right?
Yes.
Big part of it actually. Like I was like pointing out like I was the one that was the most pointed out.
Weird
I've been
Ward
called
War
like
II. Check your Discord. If you tried to come on through the link in the chat, it never lets you. So let's see.
See, I've been called like a marble mouth and England knockoff.
Marble mouth Anglin knockoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's fair.
Discord.
Hmm?
I sent Weird World War II through a link through Discord.
Anglin, like Andrew.
Yeah.
No, you'd have to believe in aliens or something.
England doesn't believe in alien.
Yes, he does.
What are we talking about?
Stuff you wouldn't want to be involved in.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So Nazis and or other things.
No. The eccentrics.
Oh God, you guys are on that? Jesus.
Well, we were wrapping up how Bear feels about Mildred and Andrex.
Shadwell didn't get a notification about your show yesterday.
Yeah.
You know why? I wasn't subscribed, which is freaking weird because I know I subscribed.
You sure you are?
Oh, if I hit that magic spot in the algorithm where YouTube randomly unsubscribes people from me? Oh wow.
Yeah. I've been having that a lot. Hey, how's it going, nerds? Hope you're feeling better.
You know what? I don't think I ever been like unsubscribed from someone.
Hey, nerd. It's happened to me a couple of times.
Really?
Yeah. I you know, this is how I know YouTube is full of shit sometimes. You guys all know Bo. Bo's one of my favorite channels to watch. He's one of my favorite friends out there.
Who just left?
Weird World War II's having a hard time getting on. It does for some reason.
I have never missed one of Bo's shows. I have never. I'm almost always the first guy to watch a show because I got nothing better to do. And one day I'm like, what the hell? You know, I haven't seen a video from Bo in, a while. So I go over to his channel. I wasn't even subscribed. I'm like, what? I mean, he's only, he's like an 80 or something, 75 at the time. And I'm like, what the frick, and I've also had other people come to me and say, hey, I was unsubscribed. Crafty Matt Craft.
You guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Damn right, you can hear me.
He was unsubscribed to me as well. And I'm like, why would they do that? I mean, I watch Bo every freaking time. It's not like their excuse, if you don't watch a channel for X amount of weeks or months, they just automatically unsubscribe you. They just said, you know what? We're just going to randomly unsubscribe you.
Yeah. It's a
Battle Cats in 3D.
Oh, it looks like
I would watch that movie.
That looks like your Egyptian monument and shit.
They're kind of being pissy with each other today, the brothers. It's James and Hungar having a disagreement.
Well, then they would be dogs.
Hey,
nah,
I'm not.
James would be a Pomeranian, and I'd be a cat. And the Pomeranians are dogs for people who want cats.
Yeah, Pomeranians are dogs. Anyway, what's
that
up?
Looks
kids?
like a never-ending story scene.
Oh yeah, the night rides between them. Yeah.
And what is up, TCG? What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Fuck It Friday. The fuckitest of Fridays.
What the hell is going? So real quick, what was going on with Bear's show, or you were fucking doing his show, or something? Everybody was like freaking out about some shit.
That fight to give you an idea of how intense it was.
Yeah, just because I missed it all. I mean, someone just got pissy with somebody, and then that was it. Or
To be honest, the whole thing is fucking stupid. Like it comes
Hey! This segment's over. Why are you guys?
No, go ahead. I'm just.
just
I
real
have
quick,
no.
just
I
very
have
brief.
no comment. Go ahead, talk freely.
It was a bunch of stupid middle school bullshit on YouTube.
Okay, that's cool.
This was supposed to be a joke. You weren't actually supposed to start talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you guys were like.
Hey, Bear, remember that time you had an issue on Legion of Myth?
I'm sorry, what?
Remember that time those two idiots and you got into it on Legion of Myth?
I don't believe there is a show called Star Trek Discovery. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. The last Star Trek was Enterprise, right?
Nerd rocks.
Discovery. I don't know. A nerd's nerd. Why? I put the link in there. Why are you in here, nerd?
Probably because she's under the weather.
Or maybe she's
so. It's Hungar show,
dude. I was tired this morning, and he bullied me onto his bloody stream.
Oh yeah, I woke up this morning, and you guys are rapping, bitching about.
Speaking of bullying, where's the boy? Jackie, get your ass in here.
Yeah, where's Jackie?
You guys were talking about that Omeleg or whatever the hell that shit. I didn't even know that thing was still around. I remember it coming.
Omegle?
Yeah, whatever.
Jackie's in the.
Yeah.
There he is.
There he is.
Dun, 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 that is some perfect Tommy meets Buckaroo Bonsai cosplay you're rocking today.
I love it. That is the way he dresses every day. That is the way he dresses every day.
Dude, you dressed well and with style, and I appreciate it.
What is up, Jackie? How you doing, buddy? Long time no see.
It has been a while. I just had a day off today, so why would I do anything other than be here?
Yeah, that's my boy.
That's right. I seen you with my shirt on the other day. Your dad sent me a picture.
Oh, yeah.
So why are you off at school today? What's going down?
Veterans Day.
Veterans Day, it's true. Oh yeah, there's no Legend of Myth tonight.
You guys get Veteran Day off? I didn't know.
Yeah.
I never had Veterans Day off.
No. I get every day off.
We also don't call it Veteran Day. But
it's Remembrance Day for us. It happens tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
So 11/11, we have a minute of silence for the last shot fired in World War I.
World War I, yeah.
You better be careful, Speaker. He might take your job.
Yeah. Don't interview him for a job because he'll get the job and then he'll be manager in a week.
Ooh, if we get 2 more people in here and I'm still center square, that's going to be fabulous.
Yeah. We should do some trivia.
We just need to be up right up here next.
Fair. We just need to.
I'll be Charles Nelson Riley.
We just need to get Phyllis Diller and I was going to say Paul Lynde, and we're set.
Paul Lynde, Jesus, what are you talking about? Stop.
You do that really well.
Thanks. Your mother taught me, so it worked out well for me. Thanks.
I can believe that.
Thanks for joining me this morning, Justin, Mr. Max, and Bear. I was outnumbered by Canadians.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm a Texan, dude.
This morning. I did a show at like 6 o'clock this morning, dude.
I know. I fucking watched it.
Yeah, you didn't.
You weren't there.
No, I didn't do it. That was too early to be talking about shit.
Everyone's so angry.
Yeah.
Why so angry?
I'm never angry.
Yeah,
you guys are pretty mellow, actually.
No, I mean right now. This morning was fabulous. You guys are all like, I shouldn't do that. If I do that, I get accused of being a sociopath and yelling and talking down to people. So I should just let people be savages.
But that's when you're funniest.
Yeah. Why are you such a bully? Is it because you've been bullied in high school?
I was bullied by you, Mr. Boivin. You traveled through time to bully me in high school.
I mean, are there bullies in Canada? I mean, I just don't see it.
You got a few there on stream.
That would be awesome. A movie about time traveling bullies. How awesome would that be? But they learn the true lesson of love and friendship along the way.
Yeah.
And they go back in time to bully themselves.
That sounds amazing.
They go back in time to bully themselves out of that freaking message.
Oh wow, yeah, it becomes an Ouroboros. Perfect.
If I could time travel, I'd go back in time and just slap the shit out of myself.
Yeah,
I'd just go back in time to like 1990, 91 and go like, dude, Apple. Buy all the stock you can and do not sell it.
That's not true. You go back to like 1990, 91 and go, dude, Rogaine, use it.
No. Your mom likes rubbing my bald head. She's a big fan of the way her
Now that was funny.
saggy titties go over it, son.
Man, if I
Why
could go
is
back
it?
in
Why
time-
is it? Whenever anybody thinks about time traveling, they always go back in the past. I would be going into the future to see what
Fuck
happens.
no.
Because we're
I
saying
wonder what
back in
happens.
time.
Yeah.
Do not
too. Just not turn out well.
Disappear in a
what's his
fucking
name?
radioactive wasteland. That's no
And Louis
bueno.
C.K. had a great
I
bit
thought
about
you didn't
it.
even
White
believe
people
in
have
the
had
future.
far too good a run, and if we go into the future, our time's up. Fuck that. I don't want to see what they're going to do to us down the road. We're going to get fucked.
Yeah, I won't go back. I won't go back in time and tell my younger self something smart.
If I were to go back in time,
Invest in Apple and hold on to it.
And stop eating so much.
if I would go back in time, I
Yeah.
would fucking go back like to, I don't know, like 800 and just fucking stay there.
And die.
Honestly,
Dysentery.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm
No,
gonna die one day anyway, you know. Just...
No. You're going to die on like day 2 when they can't understand a word coming out of your fucking Quebecois mouth and they go, witch, and they burn you.
I'll go to Normandy. I'll go back in
Yeah,
time in Normandy.
that's
Hey,
definitely
salut les frères, blah, blah. What he's saying, kill him. Like, that's what's going to
Yeah,
happen, my buddy.
his cell phone's going to accidentally go off, and they're just going
because
to.
they can't get a signal, so they'll alert him, and they'll be like, witch, you know.
Or
Like,
just
Yep.
bring a
Like when
gun.
you watch-
Somebody tries
When
to
you watch
attack
Bill
you.
and Ted,
Nah, the whole point is
right,
to get away
bring
from
a
this.
gun. At best in Canada, he's going to get, what, a rifle? Maybe a shotgun if he's lucky. So he's going to get like 8 of those fuckers before the rest of them take him out.
Nah. You can get heavier ordnance than that. It'd just be a little less legal.
Not me though.
I watched Bill and Ted. I know what happens when you go back in time. They find your phone booth and they try to freaking behead your ass.
I saw Back to the Future too. I know what happens when you return to the future after going
But
forward.
didn't we establish that going
return
back
to the
in time
past.
makes you gay, or just any time travel that makes you gay?
Any time travel.
What?
I
Yeah,
don't know
all time
why.
travel makes you gay, bro.
What the fuck?
Come on the other side and then
Is
just
it like happy gay or
No,
Yeah, like
no,
you're
homosexual.
pleased? What do you mean?
I don't know why. That's fucking like Justin lore.
No, that's from something else.
And that's why he's viciously working on his time machine as we speak in his basement.
Nice.
I don't have a basement.
Like,
No, that's what Chad was doing under the meth lab.
No.
That's what he's doing right
man
now.
from your
The
own
meth
son,
lab.
dude?
And for those of you
Hey,
who take
how
this
is Bethany,
personally,
by the way?
this is how boys play.
Yeah, how's Bethany,
Yeah.
Jackie?
Oh, that?
Bethany.
Methany.
I forgot about that.
Who's that?
Bethany? That's Jackie's girlfriend.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Oh, that was like that was last year.
Yeah.
You know, he's been cooking that meth up in his meth lab over there at Shadow's house. So he's got Bethany Metherson.
I mean, gotta make a living, right?
20 bucks is 20 bucks.
Oh, you said it, bro.
What are you doing for those?
I keep
$20?
telling you, you should hold out for 25. You're worth it.
Actually, with inflation, it's going to be 50 bucks tomorrow.
I would have a good time, that's for sure.
You'd
Bleaker.
be a slave. What are you talking about? The Vikings would enslave your ass so fast you wouldn't know it hit you. And you'd be like, but I'm not Viking. They go, well, not enough. And that's it for you. Welcome to the chains.
Well, you know what?
Sounds like the nerd might have the Rona.
Yeah.
Would it be
that
worse
was like an hour
being
ago.
a troll, being a troll in Viking time, or being like a fucking poor in Justin Trudeau's time, right? What's worse?
Yeah,
Dean
that's a
Powell
tough
saying
call. That's a tough call. You're right.
Dean Powell saying it's a
We have a thing
reference
here
to
called the
stuff movie
internet,
where generous
electricity,
travels back in
healthcare,
time.
Yeah.
antibiotics.
Do you actually like any of those
I don't
things?
use any of that. I don't like any of those. I don't.
You don't
use
like
any. I use
antibiotics?
the internet. No, I don't. No, I don't. I cannot take it.
What are you, Mormon?
No, I got an allergy to.
Oh, okay. And actually, it wasn't Mormon. I was like, are you a Jehovah's Witness?
I got allergy. I got allergy to penicillin.
Heresy.
And to the next big one antibiotic that they give you when you're allergic to penicillin, and then you have to go like to the fucking third grade one, and you fucking give me like the craps all the time. So you know what? Like I always say, if I don't heal on my own, like I'm gonna die, and that's it. You know what I mean? I'm alright.
I would stay away from antibiotics unless you absolutely positively have to take them because they will kill you.
Yeah,
I'm sure people aren't just popping
Staph infection will
antibiotics.
get you first, but
taste
that's
of
just
it.
me.
Yeah, staph infection will get you first, but C. diff ain't no joke.
C. diff, yeah.
Well, you know, just like make sure she's clean before you go eat her. Sorry, Jackie. Oh my God.
Amazing how I'm longing for the
He's
quiet,
too pure to
reserved
understand
morning
any of this.
conversation all of a sudden.
I'm allergic to vancomycin,
What's that?
which is the safest antibiotic for people with my condition to take.
Mm.
And the next one that they give you, one of the main side effects is C. diff.
Is what?
Is what?
C. diff.
C. diff.
C. diff is a stomach infection that kills you. It puts you in a coma for 2 months and makes it where your colon explodes. I know this from experience. So,
Oh yeah, that's why you don't have a colon.
yeah. So, and that's the only antibiotic that I can really take.
So it's not like from playing too much with those lizards when you were a trucker.
I didn't mess around with any of the lizards when I was a trucker. Thank you.
Last.
Is that what we're calling?
Just hung out with them, had coffee
Yes.
with them instead.
Lot lizards.
Yeah.
I did not mess with lot lizards. I messed with lot gators.
Are those the dudes?
Now Justin has a target for his time travel, so that's working out well.
Yeah.
Well, you know, time travel makes you gay, so you might as well plan for it.
And Dean Powell says that's from a movie where a journalist travels back in time and falls in love with himself.
Oh yeah, I keep recommending that
wow.
movie to Shadow. Predestination.
Yeah, not going to happen.
Predestination is a good film though.
And Dean Powell has to jump out of the chat because YouTube is lagging.
No, just
Well,
come
All
back.
right, buddy. You have a good day. It's time for you to eat a lasagna anyway. Dean Powell's a normal dude until it's time to eat dinner. Then he's a family of four when it comes to those lasagnas.
Yeah.
Lasagna does sound pretty damn good right
So
now.
if you could like jump forward in time, Shadow, and you only like you have to jump blind, right? What time? How far will you go? 100 year, 500 year, 1,000 year?
November 8th, 9th, something like that, 2024.
Like in your
2024?
neighborhood, like
Oh.
you materialize in your house in a year.
2024. That's like a year ago, man. Just fucking
A
wait.
year from now.
Yeah, just wait for 2 months and it'll be
It's because he
2024.
just wants to see the election and he doesn't believe that there will be a future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Not
believe
like,
that.
oh, it's going to be so bad. He just thinks that the world's about to end in like 5 days anyways. So
Yeah,
just-
the freaking.
Well, I love seeing your governor go to
the
China
Regulans.
and hang out with fucking Xi, thinking he's like a world leader or some bullshit.
If I could travel to any time,
Alice.
if I could travel to any time, it would be the year 2525.
If man is still
If
alive.
mankind is still alive.
Oh my god, that is painful.
If woman can survive, you will find.
That's why
That's
Hunger and I are
not
going
Big
to start
Patrick
karaoke
2020,
traveling
that was
band.
shit.
Yeah.
Bad.
That concludes the singing part of that stream.
Yeah. That's the date. Shadow thinks the Irregulans are going to open the interdimensional archives and read
What the
from
who
the
and the where?
books.
What the fuck are you on?
Whatever the fuck.
I have no idea what he's
That
talking
was-
about.
Whatever the hell you guys talk about on
Jackie, are you
Saturday
selling him
nights.
meth? Like, what the fuck was that that came out of his mouth?
no,
That's
Shadow
a good-
is telling him that.
Yeah. What's that archive you guys talk about on?
Oh, the Akashic Records.
The
Yeah, no, I'm
Akashic
just gonna
Records?
post it down.
Yeah, I don't fucking know this shit, man. This is
Yeah,
you
no, I
guys.
just have a running joke that if I ever find the place, I'm going to burn down the wing that has all the information on me in it. So all that embarrassing shit
wing.
that I grasp
You got
will
an
disappear
entire
from
wing.
history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shadow will go materialize
Shadow.
nude in an alley and have to wear a homeless guy's pants with no underwear.
That's how time travel turns you gay, apparently.
If not, it definitely gives you syphilis.
I'll be right back, guys.
Did you not see Predestination? Weren't
No,
you in-
I'm not a real big fan of time travel movies.
Bear, weren't you in Predestination?
No, I was not, but thank you. That's what I called your mother.
Oh
man,
whoa.
Jesse's mom is
You
just
keep
like
reusing
left and
mom
right.
jokes. Like
They're the
come
best
on,
jokes
stop,
ever.
bro.
Listen, just like Make-A-Wish Foundation kids, they never get old. You understand?
That's
Wow,
fucked,
that's true.
man.
Yeah, I know. That was the meanest thing said all day ever on this stream ever, please.
No.
Yeah.
Not even close.
The shit I have heard come out of all of your mouths is like, I'm
Well,
teasing
you know.
by comparison.
I've
But,
actually
Shadow-
taken, I've actually taken advantage of the Give the Kids Wish Foundation. My son, they sent me and my son to Florida. There's like this badass like children's resort. It's called Give Kids World Village. Give the Kids the World Village, and it's all sick kids or whatever, and they comp everything, and like it's like this beautiful bungalows, and it's like every day is like a holiday. Like
that's awesome.
Fridays are Halloween, and like Saturday is Christmas and Easter, and it's fucking amazing, man.
I got a lot of I don't like John Cena as a wrestler, but I have a lot of respect for him. He has the highest Make-A-Wish fulfillment of any celebrity. Every city he goes to when he was on tour with the WWE, he would always call them to see if there were any kids who wanted to meet him, and he would go do that before he did anything else for the day. Like he'd go see the kids and then go work out and then go do the show. It's like you got to respect that hustle. Like the man understood,
It's a great organization.
It is, but that joke is also my favorite dark joke ever, and I'll never stop telling it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the all that caving to China though. That's where he lost me.
Yeah, that was a little bitchy. Yeah, I got to admit that was kind of like a bitch move for him.
Who?
John Cena.
Oh, Cena.
He apologized in Mandarin.
Oh yeah. What did he say?
All that nonsense.
Why did he have to apologize again? I forgot. It was something very mild
or something.
It's because he acknowledged Taiwan as a thing that exists.
He acknowledged Taiwan. Yeah.
Oh, well, that just
Taiwan's not a real country.
Taiwan's
not a real country.
Well, no, that's true. But he's a real cunt, though.
Quebec's not a real country either, but they keep pretending.
What? Quebec, yeah, but
I say if they ever separate, we should nuke them.
Taiwan doesn't even pretend to be a country. Doesn't even claim to be a country. They're just like a province of China, and they want to.
That's rogue.
Yeah, that's rogue.
It's a rogue.
Taiwan is the legit government of China.
It's not that they're a rogue province of China. It's that China is a rogue province of them. I mean,
effectively, no, he's right. If you look at the actual history, he's right.
They had a civil war.
The other
one side
won. Like Beijing say like they're the legit government. Taiwan say they're the legit government. At some point, it's gonna fucking resolve. Like the people want to get together again. Just like they don't care about politics. They don't care about like those social issues. They don't care about gay marriage. It was all an economic thing because like Taiwan was much richer than China, but now China is fucking catching up pretty fast. So at some point, it's gonna what? That's
if you want real Chinese culture, you'll go to Taiwan. During the great awakening or whatever the fuck. Destroyed like traditional Chinese culture, but Taiwan kept a lot of that shit.
Taiwan.
Mao Zedong rewrote the entire language.
He did, and he burned down everything. And
but now Taiwan is fucking being like co-opted by the West. That they fucking put like this woman there in charge, and now like it's the only place in Asia almost with like that allow gay marriage and shit like that.
Oh, that's pretty gay.
Well, yes, it is pretty gay.
Yeah, I'm fucking like I'm a Beijing Max. He called me like Beijing Max.
If Jackie says it's true, it's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna be hard pressed to come up with someone who knows history more than this little guy.
Awesome.
I don't know where he got it because I had nothing to do with it. It's actually the one benefit of YouTube is right above us is this little guy.
Mowdy Winter Willow, as she says, and Marcus Archelius.
Materialization will be nude.
Yeah, that's authentic Chinese culture. Right?
I'll tell you what. When I was on that Asian dating site, that Filipino dating site, I'd be checking out this chick. I'd be like, "Damn, that chick's hot," and then underneath, like after you read down a little bit, always read the profiles. Don't go
Always read the profiles.
always read the fucking profiles. Because you know what? Those lady boys is passing.
Yeah.
You see, it's like never married, no kids. I am a pre-op lady boy, mother. You know, like, I'm just off of that side now. But always read the profile, unless you're into that. Now, if that's what you're into,
Max Levan thinks you're a sinner and wants you condemned to hell. It's perfect. I love it.
Justin,
I don't want nobody condemned to hell. I want him to reform.
Reform your sexuality immediately, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
What's wrong with you? Also,
I don't care what anybody
red
does.
book, dude. As
long as they don't bring it up to me, I don't care who you're banging in your bedroom. That's your
as long as it's consensual adults.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Like, exactly.
It's not my business. It's not the fucking government's business. It's nobody's business but those people. And if God doesn't like it, it's between them and God. It's not
exactly.
between them and God.
It's not the government business. I agree with that. You know. But
I want to know how much I want to know how much the rental is to make the parade route your bedroom.
The problem with trying to have a live and let live mentality is that that's what we used to do, and look where that brought us.
No.
Do it again and lead to the same thing.
Jackie, it's Jackie, right? That's your name, Jackie?
Yeah.
Jackie. You know the Long March to the Institutions, right? The Frankfurt Group. You know this. If you're a history major, you know this. Yeah. That's what we're living through right now. I had professors telling me about it in the 90s who were talking about how they were seeing it coming through, and they were really shocked and surprised it was actually taking root. Well, it took root, it blossomed, and it grew. Had nothing to do with the laissez-faire attitude of live and let live. It had to do with the corruption of the American and Western university system teaching the next generation these bullshit ideas.
Those damn German making the long march in the
Germans.
It was the Germans. Every single time.
No, they weren't.
They weren't German.
They weren't German.
Yeah, Frankfurt is living in Frankfurt, but they were Russians. Yeah.
If we were,
they weren't Russian either.
If we were back,
we know where you're going with this, Justin.
If we were just back to live and let live, instead of everything have to be thrown up in everybody's faces, everybody's freaking ideas have to be thrown up in everybody's faces for no fucking reason at all. Excuse my language, Jackie, but I know you probably said what.
He swears like a drunken sailor. Are you kidding?
But you know, it's like everything nowadays has to be put up in everybody's faces, and it's just like, get over your fucking self. Quit being so narcissistic that everything you do has to be about everybody, and just live your freaking life. And that's
collective individualism. I'll just be our own fucking people.
Exactly.
All just live the fucking way we want it.
But people are so narcissistic nowadays that who cares if they're trans? I don't care if somebody's trans. I don't give a shit. It's not going to affect me in the long run. And that's between them and God, or what, their God, or whatever.
Yeah, but from
you should look into Dr. Money or Dr. Diamond.
Yes,
I want to go down a limb and suggest that 1, 2, 3, at least 4 of us in this chat are all Generation X.
Yeah,
I think. I don't think anybody's, I don't think we have any boomers here. And then we got the younger fellow.
Well, Shad was close to a boomer.
Shad, are you close to a boomer? What year were you born?
I'm the oldest guy here, I think. I'm 56.
56?
Yeah.
Oh, you're 56. You weren't born in 56. You are 56. Okay. You're still Gen X, buddy. You're still Gen X, because that's 67.
Yeah.
You're Gen X.
The best generation.
You're Gen X. Okay. Notice what we're all talking about as the Gen Xers in the conversation. We're all saying, just leave people the fuck alone. Do what you want. Just quit yelling at me. Right? That is the motto of the Gen X right there. It's the whatever generation, right? We don't give a fuck. We don't care about your bullshit.
Well, I am the resident control freak, so
what?
I'm the resident control freak.
Yeah, but you're close to a boomer, right? That's your problem. My sister's like you, my eldest sister. She's close. She's Gen X, but she's on the boomer cusp. So as a result, you still got some boomer traits in you. As the end Gen Xers have millennial traits. This is the problem with the extremes of any of the generations.
And I'm a mid Gen Xer, baby, 73.
I'm a late one.
73, maybe.
I'm right in the middle.
Right here.
But I think, like, one thing I'm fucking tired of, to be honest, is like everything is about sex nowadays. Like it's fucking sex this, sex that, and everybody fucking like make their whole fucking identity about who they want to fuck. You know what I mean?
I agree with
I
you.
mean, leave my cackerel alone, damn you.
I think like we can bring back some decency, you know, and
Yeah,
try
the fact
to, you know
that
what?
even in
People
high
just-
school, it is a shock when people can't even imagine the concept of society that doesn't treat it like the most open and basic thing ever. When they hear about a society that has decency, it offends them.
Yeah.
Because that's
Right.
all they know is
Being
that
sexual does
degenerate.
not make you deviant. I mean, you know, people who don't believe in what you believe
You
doesn't necessarily
like
make
ball
you.
gags.
Doesn't make. I mean, that's the whole fuck. I'm not out murdering babies and fucking
You're still
burning
a
down
deviant.
churches and shit. You know, just
I
because
don't
you have
know,
an
man.
alternative lifestyle doesn't mean that you're not, you know, moral because you don't follow a dogma, or it doesn't mean you're immoral. You know what I mean?
At some point, we need to agree also like on a certain set of values, right? And we used to have that, and it used to serve us well. But now like it's like we used to say like, well, what two people do in the privacy of the bedroom, whatever, right? But now it's fucking in the street all the time.
Well,
you know
that's
what I
the
mean?
difference.
But
That's where you
now
gotta draw
people
a
are
fucking
using their
line.
sexuality to define themselves, and they've got to throw it into everybody's faces. It's
Yeah,
the
and
same
from
way-
all of my experience, there is very, very few people that fit into that category that are actually like that will or would ever consider just leaving it to themselves and not throwing it in people's faces. It is a defining aspect of who they are, and to attack that is, according to them, to say that they basically aren't human because that is all they care about because they're messed up. Put
they
them
can
on
easily
track
throw that
to one
argument
track
on you,
home.
Jack, saying that your Christian faith and you know the
They
dogmas
do,
that
though.
you follow,
They
you're
do.
forcing your will upon them. You know what I mean? It's just like, but you know, going back to
But
what
the
Bear
problem
was
is
saying,
what
you know, these Gen Xers, we're talking about let's fucking live together. You know,
Because
let's
we
not
thought we were
force
gonna
either
die.
one of our wills upon each other. Let's all just live together. Find some sort of fucking new, you know, common, not even common ground, just some respect for each other to disagree. And
Yeah, I
agree.
wish
don't
that
think
was
we should
possible, but
throw
it-
people shit in your face. I don't agree with that.
So there
you
was
know?
this
Yeah,
magical
it's just
period
it
from
looks
about
to me like that
1980 to
isn't possible
1984.
anymore.
So
Yeah,
1980
Jackie
to
wants
1984,
that.
there was this magical period where everyone was listening to everything. There was no real breakup in the music world. People just listened to shit and they just checked it out and they had fun.
Back
And it
in
was
the
good.
day, radio in the 80s, they played everything.
Everything. And we were talking about every, like, you know, what would you do, man, if we heard the sirens and we knew we had 60 seconds till the missiles hit? That's a common conversation we had during the fucking 80s and in the Cold War. We thought we were going to fucking die.
Yep.
So we didn't have time to fucking care who was putting their dick in who as long as it was legal. We didn't give a shit.
That's
Well, that's
Then we
another
made
part
it
of the
out,
problem.
And the 90s happened, and the 90s fucked Western civilization right to the wall, man.
That's another part of the problem. They want to make the voting age so young that the overall average would change to the will of the teenagers. And we all know what it was like to be a teenager. They would be putting up laws. that was-
I would rather a 14-year-old genius vote than a 25, 30-year-old moron vote.
There's no fucking.
Well, yeah, but how
14-year-old
many
genius,
14-year-old geniuses are there?
You like the experience. You like the you know, you don't know enough.
It's called the
you haven't
wisdom
lived
of
enough.
life.
Wisdom, exactly. But
Never
nowadays
forget.
people are so fucking sheltered, and people like there's this constant prolongation of childhood. Still, like now, fucking people act like they're fucking teenager when they're 27 or 35 or whatever. Just like people don't fuck like we have this epidemic of arrested development. People don't become adult anymore. Like just like fuck, at some point, fucking grow up. You know, like stop. Like I don't know, man. Just
yeah,
like,
stop choosing to be offended. It's all on you if you choose to be offended.
Exactly.
You know,
If there's
most of us
something
have
that if you're looking at something that offends you, fucking look away.
Yeah. Who
Just look
gives a
away.
fuck
If there's
if
something
somebody's
over here-
offended? I don't care if I offend anybody. If they have an
well,
issue
now
that I offend somebody on my show, they have the 100% ability to not watch my show.
Unfortunately, now you can actually
Yeah.
be arrested and thrown in jail for offending somebody.
They can arrest these nuts.
They will. They will.
Yeah, they will.
Even
Even if
that's how I feel about it. I've been arrested before.
even if you're minding your own business, if you're in the wrong location and you are suspected of doing something offensive, just minding your own business. That woman who got arrested for standing near a church and they assumed she was praying or it was in an abortion clinic or something like that, and everybody got all uppity because she wasn't like, yeah, kill babies. You must be praying, for our souls. How dare you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Curtis.
I'm not
Ron,
100% against
Ron
abortion.
Curtis.
I don't think that like fetuses should be aborted, but I think that you should be able to abort your children up to a certain age, from like the time that they're like 5 to like 19. Like,
You know what?
he's an idiot.
Yes,
actually-
we call
there's actually-
that
There are
eugenics.
actually people out there right now trying to be able to abort your children up to 18 if they're not turning out the way you want.
I'm okay with that, but they have to be allowed to be born and live up to like 5 or 6 before you decide, because they might be pretty decent.
you're turning into Justin.
Well, Justin's never wrong. He's just disagreed
right.
with until proven right.
There's something also.
It's like Bleeker says, there's too many adult children out here that if they don't get their way, they're going to throw a temper tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
who taught them that?
It's getting ridiculous.
You personally, Bear. You
Who taught them
personally.
that? The fucking boomer generation taught them that. And that's the fucking problem. The boomers sucked and ruined Western civilization for their period of existence. Then Gen X came along and we're just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. We were taught to live in a boomer world and graduated into a millennial world where everything we were taught was fucking useless. And now we're fucking switching careers every 3-4 years because we don't have to fucking do it ourselves. The millennials came along, which are the children of the boomers. We aren't. And they act like they're fucking parents. They act like these fucking entitled Karen cunts who want to protest everything and overthrow everything because they've got a better idea on how to run shit. And you're wrong, old man. And now the fucking Zoomers are picking up that bad behavior. I pray people like Jack are in this
Is that the new one?
They can actually make the world a little bit fucking better for us and use some goddamn critical thinking. Thank you. Good night.
I prefer to call them broccoli heads, but
the boomer. They were the first. There was the generation that had like such a disproportionate like demographic weight that when they were young, everything was about the youth. Then when they were in 20, everything was about being in their 20 or 20. When they started getting children, everything was about like starting family. Now like they're old, everything's about retirement and stuff like that. They always like society always like catered their need because there's such a big mass, and they never had to grow up because of that. Big part of that. Also, they grew up in post-war prosperity when like the U.S. and Canada was booming because we haven't been bombed and we had to rebuild Europe and stuff like that. So they had all this wealth that was unprecedented, and they weren't equipped to deal with it. They weren't. So
We talked about that the other day, nerd. We talked about changing a characteristic of a character or something, right? Is that what she's saying? Like changing the ancestry instead of like their sexual whatever? Is that what she said?
It's like, I don't give a shit about a trans NPC.
Ancestry.
It's not going to affect me. I do get upset.
Yeah.
I do get upset when they race swap stuff.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about like, if you
history.
Yeah, if you're doing Superman and you make him black or you make him gay or whatever, it's not Superman anymore. It's a superhero that's black or gay. It's not Superman.
Well, we went over this last night, Brian. They cannot create; they can only destroy.
All right, Bear has a question.
Hang on, I got a question. I was a ginger. Max is redhead. Hungar, you were a ginger, right?
When I didn't dye my hair funky colors.
But you were born a ginger, right?
Yeah, multicolor hair, yes.
Well, he was hatched.
A lot of red. A lot of red.
Redhead. Blonde red. So you're ginger. Blonde red's a ginger. Okay, so the three of us are part of less than, 7 or 8% of the world's population. We are a tiny percentage.
No, much
of
less.
the world.
Much less than that. Much
It's
less
really
than
small.
that.
It's really small.
Like
maybe
less than
5%.
2%.
No, it's more than that. Trust me, it's a lot higher than you think. Redheads are found all over the globe, but the point is that there are not a lot of us. And look at the amount of fucking characters Hollywood that have taken original redheaded characters and race swapped them out. What the fuck? Why do they hate us so much?
I think it's
do you identify yourself
dyslexia is to blame.
A ginger? I mean, it's like, I'm a ginger.
No,
I'm gonna start an organization. I'm gonna
I got
fight
freckles
for
all over
ginger
my
rights
ass, and I
and
want to
all
know
that
why
shit.
redheaded characters from comics
It's
and
not
books
just
get race swapped
redheads.
when they make movies. And dude, there's like I can't find it. I can go find it if you want. There's a fucking beautiful chart
I
someone
know
made
there
where they
is.
put all the pictures
But
and
it's
showed you the
not
actor.
just
It's
redheads.
insane.
Bear.
It's not just
I
redheads,
think
but
there's
it's a lot of fucking
I think there's some
redheads.
casting
We
agent.
have, dude, we have the fucking lion's share of it.
But I have this theory that some casting agent in Hollywood that is dyslexic, and when you see like the character as a ginger,
No. There.
Only a ginger can call another ginger.
Matt. Mad Matt.
Is ginger a derogatory remark?
No, dyslexia, bro. He's reading it
Ginger
backwards.
for you.
You've never seen that fucking song, Only a Ginger Can Call Another Ginger, where the guy
Never
talks
heard
about we have this problem in our society. There's this word. It has 2 G's, an E, an R, an I, and an N. And then he turns out to be ginger, and it's like, it's really fun stuff. But the thing is that no, but like this is leftover Elizabethan witchcraft, right? Because of the fucking Vikings bringing down redheaded into the blood of
Oh no, that goes
So
much
we're gonna have to
further
do-
than
You think
that.
it goes further? Okay, so are you
It
buying
goes-
into the ancient
It goes
civilization?
to Jacob
theory?
as Izo. It goes to Jacob as Izo.
So we're gonna have to go.
Jacob
Jacob
and Izo were two brothers in the Bible, right?
Hang on, I know that, but what was one of them a redhead?
Izo was a redhead, and
did not know
Izo represent Rome, and Jacob is the other one that stole his birthright, and there's this big fucking conflict. But there's a people that are numerous in Hollywood that see themselves. Jacob is their mythical father, is the one that.
So you think Hollywood is Jacobian?
I think about Rome quite a bit.
If you don't, you're nuts,
That's
bro.
Jacobian.
Okay, Lee, if Superman was created black and they changed him to a white dude, I'd be like, why the fuck are you messing with Superman?
It's not
Yeah.
Superman anymore.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
See, I don't
I
give a shit
want the
about
Ryan Reynolds Blade movie.
I don't give a shit about what color a superhero is, but if he was traditionally white, leave him white. If he's traditionally green, leave him green. If he's traditionally black, leave them black. Just leave them alone. If you want more black superheroes or white superheroes, then write more white or black or Asian superheroes. Don't take something that's been established for,
And
a long ass time, decades, if not a century, and change it over to something to suit everybody else's wants.
That's part of the Marxist code. They have to change and rewrite everything. They're just getting started.
They do like those fucking race and gender swap, and they always act like, oh, it's the first time we have like a black superhero. Like fuck, man, like everybody fucking loved Blade, and back when this movie came out, nobody fucking cared. Yeah.
Luke Cage is fucking bad. I was a Falcon fan because I was a Captain America. I read Captain America.
Exactly. Falcon was awesome.
Falcon and Cap are like brothers.
I know. I love those.
I gotta say that, like, Winter Willow, you get one of these for what you just said, because that's awesome. You're just like, so Cortex is a fun RPG, right? Like, that was good.
I only got that Cortex Prime, to be honest.
Oh, it's garbage.
Yeah, that's what I felt as well.
I don't know. I agree with you, Bear. When what's this TT crap?
I don't use it. I won't say tabletop RPG. We were here first. Fuck the computer games.
I only say like, if the context make it like unclear, but usually I say RPG.
Fine, just tell them it's a rocket-propelled grenade, and then follow that with "get the fuck out" before I use it on you.
Wow, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, Shadow. I saw that. I saw Reaper's Kickstarter for their new role-playing game. Dungeon Delving or something like that.
Oh,
we were
okay.
talking about it the other day. Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I'll take a look, but only because I like Reaper miniatures. I've got enough RPGs to last me 10 lifetimes.
That's a good one, Willow. She bets Bear would like Cortex better if it was a 2x12 system.
It's today with your wackiness, your Zima, your Dan Fogelberg records, and your hula hoops.
Zima.
I remember I was watching The Exploited probably in 2000 in Dallas. The Exploited, and Waddy was up there. They're singing "Sex and Violence," and that motherfucker was down in the Zima. I'm just like, what the fuck,
dude? I drank a lot of Zimas back in the day.
I did too.
It's no different than Rage Against the Machine, and they have become the fucking machine.
Yeah.
But Richard Cheese Lounge Against the Machine is fucking amazing. If you've ever never heard them,
Lounge Against the Machine.
Richard Cheese Lounge Against the Machine. He covers all of those songs, but he does them lounge styles. Like, come on, get down.
He's a Canadian.
Yes, that's what I was getting ready to say. Those were the best. I used to play those on my radio show just to mess with people. It's like Come on and get down with
Fuck
the
you, I won't do what you tell me.
Yeah.
It's just really good shit.
It really is.
Oh my god! Hey, you know, we only make that better is if you can get Bill Murray to do that.
Like the Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Oh,
God, that's such a classic skit.
Leonard, I got
Watching-
so
so
drunk
all
off
you
of Mad
Canadians-
Dog one time that my parents had to buy me a new bed.
I'm sorry, what?
I've been watching all the old
She said she got
SCTV.
real drunk off of Mad Dog once. I was like, I got so drunk off of Mad Dog that my parents ended up having to buy me a new bed. I tweaked so much.
Mad Dog.
Yeah, I drank like 2 bottles of Mad Dog and then went home and ate chicken noodle soup.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody wants to test Bear. Hey, Bear, let's test. You're a true
I think he means
Data.
Trekkie, but that's okay.
Data or Spock?
Spock.
Yeah, Spock. Spock Data.
Spock. 100% Spock.
If I would.
Oh, you got somebody there in the back, Hungar.
Curtis is here.
Oh,
He wants to
yeah.
jump in, and so does Woodward Gaming was in there too, but I guess he didn't make it.
That's
Oh,
Jack.
That's
That's
Jack.
Jack.
Sorry. Hi, Curtis.
Curtis,
Hey,
welcome
I
back
was
to
told
the
to-
show. Welcome
I-
back to the show.
Hello. I was told to run away, so like every good domestic dog, I just ran towards the camera.
There you go.
That's right.
Wagging as you went with a happy face.
And if it's a cat, it's showing your ass on the camera.
So, Crafting Gamer, what was your right answer? Was it Data or Spock? You said there's only one right answer. I said Spock. Was I right or wrong? Do I win the fucking prize or not, man?
We could take a panel and say that everybody on. I would think that everybody on here would say Spock.
nah. I say 7 to 9.
That's not.
Yeah, or
Like Spock actually did more to advance every plot he was in, as opposed to Data, who just kind of exists in most plots and just vendors
was,
information at people.
Either
That was-
that or he
was
solves the
subplot.
problem because no one else.
I'm just saying 7 to 9 has 2 plots.
Let me know. Let me know
And they're
when they
big.
come out with the Search for Data movie.
search for data.
Seriously, but the Data was a plot in itself.
Actually, they did do that. Wasn't it called First Contact?
No, that's Nemesis.
Nemesis.
Nemesis
Or-
or Data
oh,
Track
Nemesis,
Adventures
okay.
are called
Yeah, where he was on-
before.
I think.
Yeah, where he was on
I
the
think,
Borg ship. Yeah.
Curtis, how come you echo so much?
15 minutes before Nemesis started filming is when Star Trek stopped being relevant as a product.
I'm sorry. Who said something to me? Sorry.
I said you echo a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta bounce back and
forth.
forth. Yeah, I got to bounce back and forth between muted and not muted.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes no sense what you just said, so I'm very confused.
What?
The Crafting Gamer's answer. That was a trick question. Spock is both the first officer and the science officer in first generation. Data is the science officer. Will Riker is the first officer in second generation. But that's not what you asked me. You asked me which one do I, which you said Spock or Data.
Yeah, you
That's
didn't.
it. That was your question. Spock or Data.
Yeah, nothing to do with.
See,
the
I hate
rank.
trick questions. I hate trick questions like that because like the clue that it's trick isn't in the question.
Data or lore, and why?
Lore
What
is
the fuck is a
far
lore?
more interesting.
Yep, lore, without a doubt.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a lore?
His brother.
Brother.
Yeah.
one of his brother wasn't that also like B4 or some shit like that?
Yeah, B4. Fucking Star Trek nerd. How do you even know that shit? Oh,
Is y'all gonna have an issue like
yeah,
Brian?
he is.
Yeah.
so? Let me do.
Or we could just
so let me
combine
do-
data and lore into one character and actually have a full character.
They did.
Okay, so
But
neither
after-
Spock nor Data is an original character, and that's the problem. Spock is actually number one from the pilot episode where they had the woman being the cold analytical one, and Spock's actually full of emotion and smiling and happy. Then they bring him into the series and he becomes the cold analytical one, which is good because he's basically half human, trying to embrace his Vulcan side and diminish his half human side. When they started making Phase 2, Leonard Nimoy said, "Fuck you, I'm not coming back for another TV show." So they created this new character called Zahn. And Zahn was going to be a Vulcan who was absolutely enamored of human culture and spent the entire series trying to learn more more about humans and find a place where a Vulcan could have emotions. That got canceled. Next thing you know, they're doing a fucking new series, and Data, a lot of that phase 2 stuff is over, and Data is on. He's the android that wants to learn about humanity and find his humanity and learn about emotions. So neither one's an original character. They're both portmanteaus of other characters that were originally created and then never made it to the final fucking frame, which is fine, which is great. But there is no one better than the other. You like what you like. And if you understand and like Star Trek, you know that. You know that people are allowed to like what they like, and you don't judge them for it because that's what fucking Star Trek's all about.
Well, I do judge Mr. Max because he likes all of Star Trek.
Fucking Max is a closet Trekkie who just wants to be cool and talk shit about Trek, but knows so much about Trek, it's disturbing how much he knows.
Closet nothing. This guy's watched every episode of whatever that Destiny
when he was a kid, he was in front of his TV like this with his fucking speak up.
No, I didn't like Star Trek, but I gave it a chance. You know, everybody always say like, "Oh, it's great, it's
so
great."
Much
so
of a chance, you know who the fuck B4 was.
Yeah, it's because I can fucking watch the thing once and remember it. I'm not like I don't
so much of a chance that if you were going out to trivia night and it was Star Trek, I want you on my team. That's how much of a chance.
That is one hell of That is one hell of a data retention for a series you don't care about.
Yeah, we should do a trivia.
I remember
somehow.
everything.
Now that's hilarious right there. We look like the mother effing Brady Bunch. OSR. We look like.
Okay, fuck you, Sean. I'm the center square. You understand?
John, are you with us?
Yeah. Now get back to work, you damn stupid mate.
Yog, I sent you a link in your Discord because some people have a hard time coming on by the chat.
This stream brought to you by Blue Chew.
This stream brought to you by Taco Bell.
I'm pretty sure.
We're still waiting.
I better be damn sure that the young gentleman above us will not be taking any of the blue pill for a good long damn time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't hit that mile marker yet, so
wrong blue pill, bro.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, just don't
It's
be
good
diabetic
because it's blue, bitch.
A lot of your medication when you're diabetic is beta blockers, which sucks. Let me tell you.
But you want the yellow pill. It works faster and it's more potent.
Look
hey, what's up, Cal?
Ask your doctor if Cialis is right for you.
No, at some point you say, you know what? Maybe it's time to pass another phase of your life, right? You know?
Yeah.
At some point, like that's what I was telling earlier. Like, you know, everything's about sex. You know what I mean? Like, sex is not the end all be all of your. It shouldn't be the end all be all of your life if you're a man. You know, you should have other interests, other hobbies. You should try to build stuff.
Yeah.
When will you and the rest of the month be making your brandy there, Max?
Yeah, I'm
it's
trying
more
to get
important
you
to
in,
own
but
a
it's not
circular
letting you
saw
in
than
for
blue
some
pills.
reason.
I mean, I got a family. I got a hobby. I've bought in several homes. I've had a couple businesses. I still like sex.
Yeah,
I
but
can
you need to
multitask.
Real fast, insert name here. I'm the filling in the donut, bitch.
He's the one making dinner tonight.
He's that creamy center.
I am the cream in the puff.
It's Lucky Pete Bear.
This is the Boston cream session.
Okay, you Boston. I fuck Boston.
What did Boston
It's a Montreal thing. It's a Montreal thing.
Show us where Boston touched you.
In the center of the whole.
Boston. I'm like, whoa.
Your name is Bear, after all. You know.
They touched him in the hole.
What is the sex that you speak of? Don't worry, mages. You'll find out. You know, right after you hit puberty.
That's a Star Trek moment. What these kids?
Yeah, it's not going to let you in.
That was one of
buddy.
the best episodes. Are you kidding?
I am fully functional.
See, you fucking trick nerd.
How do you know that and you still claim to? I checked it out. I don't really care about it.
Okay, here's your idea. I'm gonna get that picture of his face. I got all goofy, and I'm gonna put Star Trek fan underneath it.
No, you got to put #1 Star Trek fan.
Exactly. #1 Star Trek fan or Picard's bitch. Take your pick.
That or president of the Star Trek fan club, and put the year. You know, He was
Whatever
born
year.
from 1966 to present.
Boldly going since 1970, whatever he was born. Yeah.
Get him, out in the woods. He's dressed up like Spock in the middle of nowhere.
Sean, you know how to
John. It just
get your ass in here, John.
I won't let him. It's
kill
still
the
the
jokes,
same
I'm
thing it does
killing
to
them in real
Brian
time.
a lot of times. He's tried to join like 3 times, and it's just like a black screen.
And now they're happy with each other. Look at that. They went from fighting to being happy brothers.
I love you, John. Get in
That's
here.
how men interact with each other.
What is the difference? Just ask your mom and dad. They'll tell you.
They'll probably show you videos.
Yeah, you're probably better off just asking your dad. You don't want to embarrass your mom.
Ask your preacher. Nate has sex just not with other people. Man. Fucking insert name here is on fire today with the shot.
He's on fire every day. He's like the more classy L.
He doesn't. When he's at my stream, he
Mine
behaves.
too, but
I think it's you, Hungar. I think you bring it out of him.
Well, that's the place for it. That's the place to talk trash.
I guess you're gonna have to ask your mom then.
Take her out to dinner first, though.
Yeah, just don't ask her during dinner.
There are rules when you ask her.
Cal, don't tell me the honeymoon is already over. Wow.
No.
Jackie's just dying a little bit inside every time.
Yeah.
That's why he's on.
By the end of the show, his hair is going to be gray.
Nice.
You might just skip the Air Force and go right into the monastery.
Perhaps.
I think that would be a good move. I would support that.
Well, you'll learn about sex, so that'll be good for you.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Oh, that's right. I took a shot at the Catholics.
Yeah, that's a slander.
That's slander. No, that's verifiable fact, but beside the point.
It's not verifiable.
Well, unfortunately, that shit has happened.
It has. Quite a lot, sad.
It has, but it happened in every milieu. Like even in the world.
They're breaking down. Hey, they're breaking down on that. They're taking that issue on.
They used to.
First.
So in Montreal, they were one of the largest landowners globally there, but in Montreal, they were one of the largest landowners. And due to all the court cases they settled out of court, they sold off a ton of property in Montreal to pay for it, which is all now shopping centers and commercial hubs. And that's fucking amazing. I used to, when I was teaching, I used to do this thing where I would show the history of Montreal through photos. And I would show photos that were taken, and then there was different eras of the same shot of the street or what have you, and then someone went around and did a modern version taking the same angle. So the first time you see it, the biggest thing in fucking town, the church. Everything else is tiny, and this Catholic church dominates the landscape. Next time you see it, it's City fucking Hall, which dominates the modern time. You can't see it because the Bank of fucking Montreal building is in the way. Like, that's the evolution of all this shit, right? We went from the church to government to commerce, and that's where we live right now, baby. And that's why we got all this bullshit to deal with. Things like Blackwater and ESG and all this horse shit we're dealing with.
Blackwater, the third
largest
economy on the planet.
It's going to die. It is dying, thankfully. Go ahead, Jackie. I'm curious to hear what the younger generation thinks.
Oh, about just the transition from church to government to this modern commerce degeneracy. Well, most people sadly don't care much about the church or religion or really anything. The sad fact is that a lot of people only care about what stimulates their brain at the current moment and maybe in the next week, and that's about it. A lot of people don't think far ahead, and a lot of people don't really care about anything. The biggest issue for a lot of people is climate change. Oh no, the Earth's gonna get too hot and the waters are gonna rise. And that's one of the reasons why nobody really cares, is because they think the world's gonna end because the ocean's gonna get bigger.
Art Bell's been saying that since
most of them are fairly concerned with keeping and reviving church tradition among those that do actually care.
It's this one thing that there's link to it, like what Bear says, at some point as a society, we went from like a spiritual society, like that care a lot about like religion and stuff like that, and spiritual stuff, to then we had like the
Civics.
Enlightenment, and we went to like an intellectual society. Oh no, we don't need those religion. We can just like use our reason and our brain, stuff like that. But now we're like a very materialistic society because people don't have fucking brain. People can fucking think. People don't have reason. They're fucking animals. Most people are fucking
and
animals.
now they're more miserable than ever.
So they just care about the stuff.
Yeah, you get rid of tradition, religion, church, family, and all you're left with is materialism. And nobody actually likes that. It's just it ruins their brains. People only care about like physical things, and it makes them miserable. There's a reason why. There's a reason why there's so much depression nowadays and anxiety.
Finish your thought, Jackie. It's like when this pyramid of Maslow of needs, right?
Yeah.
It's not
we had an 8-hour conversation.
It fucking collapsed. We went way fucking down on there. No, we're just on the material aspect of thing. Like we shelter and food and comfort and stuff like that, and like some luxury, like, but it's all material good. We never elevate ourselves to self-accomplishment. To like, at some point, like building a family, people would still do. No, we barely do anymore. Evan, you know what I mean? I know I did.
I'm not sure if you've seen that video where
Eddie. You're not a fan of Eddie Bernays? Come on, man.
In that one of Christianity's tenets is to marry and reproduce.
Be fruitful and multiply. Absolutely. Yeah. Trust me.
And Jesus threw the bankers and the money lenders and the traders out of the church. I mean, it's just the way.
Beat their ass with a whip.
Church, but yeah.
You were saying something, Jackie?
Oh, I was saying, have any of you seen this video where this like not young, she's like 30. This young black woman is sitting in her car with her grandma, recording the grandma, who's just in utter shock and complete disappointment that she doesn't have kids in the family, and the black lady is just laughing at her like, "Oh, you think I need a man? You think I need a man?" And the grandma is just depressed, sad, shocked that this is the reality of society. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, I had to own my grandma because she thinks that I need a man to live." But like you see that woman in like 10 years from now, she's going to be miserable because she knows that she did nothing with her life.
She's already hit the wall, so it doesn't really matter if she's in her
the wall defeats them all.
Yep. Don't worry. As men get older, we get more
dignified.
We get better. Women get older. Unfortunately.
I'm getting bitter, more bitter.
You get bitter?
No. This is argument, right? This is where we hear people going.
Not you, Mr. Max.
Yeah, he's a ray of sunshine. But no, this whole thing with passport bros, it's like people misconstrue what it is, which is basically these, for the most part, there are the sex tourists. There will always be sex tourists. Ever since there was civilization, there were sex tourists. But there are the people who want tradition. They want family. They want community, and they can find that in the Philippines. They can find that in Thailand. They can find that in Vietnam and Cambodia because they're not hyper westernized, Marxicized, and fucking, gender's not a real thing and all that bullshit that we get from the Mao. That's all Maoist. That's all Maoist.
Wow.
Never forget when Mao took over China, he changed the dress code for people. And what did he do? He dressed men and women exactly the same and made them wear the same jumpsuits and the same hats and all that bullshit. Why? To remove gender from the equation. Because first they got to get rid of your religion, then they got to really get rid of your family, then they're the only ones you can rely on. They're the only ones you can turn to in a time of crisis. So those are the two things that have to go. Well, they got rid of a religion in North America for the most part. The Bible Belt struggles on despite being kind of loopy sometimes, but it holds on. But family is dying. And this is going to be one of the first generations where we're going to see less children than we have in previous generations.
That's also part of the plan, so they can get us into the 15-minute cities. You guys really want to know what they want? Go watch Logan's Run. I swear, guys, that is exactly what they want.
If I could die, if I can get on my computer and dial a hoe.
No, you'll just buy a robot.
She'll just walk through the wall.
You just have robots.
It wasn't science fiction. It was a blatant floor plan of what they want. There's a couple other movies.
There's some conspiracies with the whole Maui fires was to set up this fucking 15-minute city shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Cow's wife's from Zambia, and she's a traditional wife.
Yep.
You see a lot of that. Guys are leaving Western cultures, Western women, because they're tired of the Western bullshit, and going to the other cultures where family still matters.
Yeah, I mean, even there are some, like if you look at like Eastern Europe or in other places, even like the far leftists are, by our standards, traditional fascists because of how deplorable the West has. It's degraded everything to the point where even like communist revolutionaries would consider our social values insane.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not Mao, but
no, but like Mao was a whole other level
in his own life.
Different kind of communism, right?
Yeah.
But you look at
one of the best things John Lennon. One of the best things John Lennon ever said is, "You're running around with pictures of Chairman Mao. You're not going to make it with anyone anyhow." Even the Beatles, who were a bunch of hippie weirdos, didn't like Mao Zedong.
Well, the Beatles weren't into communism. The Beatles were into basically Hinduism and spiritualism. You know,
the Beatles were into weed and acid
and Buddhism, and they were into sort of the Indian vibe, right? That's why they
I wouldn't. I guess they're more like the weird Western version of Buddhism that is like the opposite of what Buddhism actually preaches. But they're like, oh, they want peace and inner spiritual whatever. And they just hear those words and they're like, "Oh, that's what I want to do."
Yeah, so the hardest thing for people to rationalize, is that in the East, the far, like the Southeast Asia, that everything, Islam was spread by the word and Buddhism was spread by the sword. In the West, Buddhism was spread by the word and Islam was spread by the sword, and they're very diametrically opposed. Which is why a lot of people in the East do not understand Westerners' obsession with Buddhism, because they go, why do you think they're like this? They're not like this. You know, they're crazy people, you know. And then we see Islam take root in places like Indonesia and the Philippines, and we go, why are you into that? Because they're not doing it the way they did here. They're doing it in a very different way than how they approached Europe with it. And once we can rationalize and get a better idea of how they're doing these things, we can have a better understanding of why these things take root. The only thing we can agree upon is that what we're doing in the West is not working for anyone anymore. It's falling apart, it's corrupted, and it's dying. We are in capitalism or corporatism, but we are at the point feudalism was at before capitalism came in. So we are at that point where feudalism was, and no one knows what the fuck's coming next. So what is World Economic Forum trying to do? Bring back feudalism. That's what they're trying to do now. They want to bring back
feudalism. They're just trying to.
You will own nothing, you will rent everything, and you will be happy.
That's
It's very. Said it right here. He married his wife at 21. Married his wife. First child 24, second 26. Went back to work part time only when their youngest was in school.
Like bringing back feudalism would be a mistake for the people from the West, because I support feudalism, but like even if they do, you know, because like then you know exactly who's above you, and when they're being a shithead, you fucking drag them on the street and you fucking kill them, right?
Yeah, French Revolution, their ass, baby.
Democracy is.
I want my seventh republic, damn you!
Sound very Christian, man.
Max, you're gonna be the Robespierre of the revolution. You understand that, right? You'll be all good until they turn on you, and then bye bye. You know, like.
The only reason he turned on Robespierre is because he turned on them.
They were like, Max is going to turn on them? Have you paid attention to this guy?
Yeah. I'm going to die someday. You know, I'm all right. It doesn't matter when or how.
Are you kidding me? Fucking Max was a G.I. Joe. His code name would be Friendly Fire. Do you understand?
Well, he is French, right? So
wow. That is fucking hilarious.
But
I want to see that on a T-shirt by the end of the afternoon, Justin.
You know how to do it.
That's the thing, you know. Like,
if you
democracy, I always say, is appeasement measure, because like now we're getting fucking robbed blind. We're getting like fucking like screwed over, fucked up by the government all the time. And what we do is like, oh, we're gonna we're gonna vote that guy out of office next.
A slave is no less free if he gets to choose a new master every 20 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Bitches.
You don't serve.
That's great, Cal. That's great.
But that's you know, like and the fucking leader that fucking robbed the nation blind, they don't go to jail. They don't fucking care. You know, they don't like Hillary is not in jail. They keep all their money. It's all a big clique. Like, you know, it's a farce. It's a big fucking farce that they play on the people. Like
being one of Hillary Clinton's friends,
renters of the state who use it to get as much money as possible in as little of a time as possible. Barely any of them actually want to do anything good with it, and the ones that do are kicked out by the elites.
Yeah. If the best that we can get in American politics is fucking Clinton, and Trump, we got problems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It don't
Really,
give a
the
fuck
only
what
real way out of
political party you are. If those are the highest that we can fucking achieve to get in office, it's fucking ridiculous.
So
Being
Point of order.
Being Hillary Clinton's friend has got to be the most depressing thing ever.
It's
because
I'm
she has more
I'm
friends
just
committing suicide than anybody else you've ever heard.
I just want to say they said the exact same thing when Reagan was voted in, which tells me, boy, we got a ways to go before we hit rock bottom. Just saying.
So hang on. So this is a failure of the Fourth Estate. It will always be a failure of the Fourth Estate. And the reason it's a ginormous failure of the Fourth Estate right now is because of Clinton and this fucking bullshit he did while allowing multiple fucking media corporations to exist. Before him, there was a limit. One UHF station, one VHF station, one newspaper, one magazine, There was limits on what you could own as a company. He removed that rule. Now you got what? 4 media companies control the entire fucking dialogue in the United States of America.
The whole fucking world.
No, well, yeah, the whole fucking world at this point.
It's not just the
Fourth
states.
Estate. The Fourth Estate's job was to keep an informed fucking population so they could make rational choices despite what their politics were. They could look at some facts once in a while. You want to talk about the Fourth Estate being on the side of our fucking overlords? Look up, well, I'm sure you all have, the Clinton kill count, right? If you do business with the Clinton Foundation, you have an 800% chance of dying by suicide.
I was just saying that.
Being shot in your head, you shoot your head twice. How do you shoot
But what does the
yourself?
media say?
The back of the head.
Stabbed himself 57 times and blew up his head with a shotgun before throwing himself into a river.
Hey,
really a troubled man. It's a tragedy what happened.
Toronto couple who were robbed and murdered assassination style, but nothing was taken from their apartment.
That's something that bothers me. Like people say, "Oh, it's a conspiracy theory and stuff like that." Like, what do you fucking like? We know that some conspiracies are true, right? We can all agree.
I'm
like,
working on it, dude.
We can all agree. Like, there is such a thing as conspiracy. Like,
I want that on a fucking
Dang,
t-shirt.
we're done.
I want that on a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah.
Or you could put that on your arm,
bro.
right there.
That's my
Absolutely, Guardian. I
banner.
absolutely agree.
On
And
something.
for the record, guys, I'm not depressed.
Also,
I have no intentions of committing suicide. I'm loving life. Everything's coming up roses.
It doesn't matter. The guy from the
it's backwards. Fuck, I can't flip it around, but you guys can read backwards
Yeah,
if
you
you're
can.
smart. It says
No lives matter.
No lives matter. You're all cunts. Fuck you. There you go. That is the best fucking thing ever.
Yeah, you should iron it onto a jacket and actually wear it around,
dude,
and then get arrested for
just
it.
saying.
Get arrested.
It's Velcro.
Just saying. When I have to ask the question, okay, did he rope himself before or after he shot himself in the chest with a shotgun? You know something's up. Like,
yeah, that guy on the park bench shot himself twice in the head, commit suicide.
That's
Being
the back
Hillary-
of his head.
Why do they make it so
got murdered?
obvious? But
Being a friend of the Clintons is the most dangerous thing you can do.
Yeah.
I risk, I reward.
Well, Jack, to answer your question, why they make it so obvious, because they knew they would get away with it.
I asked why they make it so obvious, and then I said, "Yeah, I know."
They're sending a message.
Because nobody's going to do shit
Exactly,
to them.
Max. They're sending a message.
If you
Yeah, I
believe
know,
in the
I know.
conspiracy theory of it all, and this is where you get into the weeds sometimes, there is a belief within the secret orders and the Rosicrucians and all this bullshit that the idea is that you hide it in plain sight.
Yep.
So it's easier to deny. You show it to them and then go, and humans have a tendency to go, I don't see that, because they don't want to.
That's
every
crazy.
fucking person tells you they're
He's not
a
wrong,
wolf,
Mr.
I'm an
Max.
eagle, I'm a bear, I'm all these things. We're all fucking sheep, okay? We're a goddamn herd animal at the end of the fucking day, and we want the herd to be calm and quiet, which is why things like this disturb people. It's why anytime I've discussed this type of topic on my channel, I lose subscribers right away, because the herd does not want to be disturbed. They want their iPhones, they want their ramen noodles, and they want their fucking Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Leave me the fuck alone.
That's
don't fucking mess with ramen noodles.
Hey,
Don't mess with ramen noodles, man.
That's
He's
a beef
absolutely
I
right.
I thought you guys
Of
called
all
them
the
pot
shit I've
noodles.
said today, that's the one that gets the reaction. Ramen noodles.
I think
Yeah,
you
you
should
gotta-
answer-
you
you can
gotta
say
pick you up
anything
the
else. You can say anything you want pretty much on my channel.
Just don't talk shit about the shin
Just
ramen.
don't talk shit about my ramen, man.
Yeah, that's the only rule.
I could give a shit less if I lose
cannot
subscribers.
handle the truth. They literally can't.
Yeah.
It would destroy everything about their happiness, and they just cannot handle it.
I agree with that, Winter Willow. Too many carbs.
You know what? When
Yeah,
your
no, that's
body
why I
can
have them
only
like
eat
once every 2 weeks.
when your body can only digest certain things, you love what you can eat.
No, absolutely, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm diabetic. Carbs are fucking death to me, so I get to have ramen once every 2 weeks.
From the oceans.
If I could eat a Caesar salad every day, I would, you bastards. And did you guys know that Caesar salad is Mexican? It's from Jackie's people.
And he wouldn't touch one with a freaking 10-foot pole.
Yeah, well,
I disown it.
they remind him of his life's work, gardening.
That's the real reason I don't like him. You're right.
Hey, I must be doing something right. Our adopted son here, he went and mowed the lawn without asking. I guess he was just bored.
Well, no. It's his cultural heritage. It's the only thing.
Bioessentialism.
Yeah, bioessentialism.
Every Mexican is born with
as
a
a
lady,
lawnmower in
it's
his
just the
hands.
wrong crowd to make a comment about liking meat all the time because one of them will jump on it and you'll be burned. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a woman.
I wish I saw this.
I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking something similar, but
When a woman says I like meat, I think bow chicka chicka bow bow.
Yeah, I was gonna say bam bam bow wow.
Everybody went there, obviously. That's all you fucking think about.
Now that we've reached top degeneracy and we went to an hour and 20
Hungar
minutes,
told me we couldn't talk about boobs today. It's very sad.
It's a natural thing, right?
I love boobs.
Embraced. Or
I love
okay,
boobs.
that's not any better, Winter Willow. That you hear it all the time. That's really not helping.
That's not good.
No.
Top ramen, you fucking shithead.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, that's only because he
Read
can
the
never
comment.
eat
I was like,
ramen.
so is Hungar top or bottom ramen?
But that's only because you
Eat
can never
shin
eat
ramen.
one.
Figure that shit out, baby.
That's right.
That's the ramen between two lady boys.
Okay, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. Thanks for coming. You bastard.
You know what? I have to make note of. Is anyone surprised that DM James is not here, or if he
I
is?
think he had an appointment
shaking his
today.
head.
I think he had an appointment today.
Yeah, he's shaking his head in the doctor's office, looking at his phone, just going, "Thank God I dodged that bullet."
Jackie,
Why did I have to
thank
choose
you.
this day to show up?
Thank you for coming on to the show today. I miss you, buddy, but I'm glad you're doing great in school.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All this stuff was scripted just for you.
Yeah, we planned this all out just to mess with you, Jackie.
Yeah.
Clearly
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I told your dad if I didn't have enough space for you and him on, then I would kick him off of the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
don't listen to Bear. He wrote the script.
Max, thanks for coming on again today. Justin, fuck you.
Hey, buy one of my shirts. I got a new one, and Bear asked me to put my old quote on one, so I'm going to do that for him.
Bear,
Yeah.
Brian, Shadwell, Curtis, guys, thanks for coming on. It was a great show today, in my opinion. Like, subscribe, share, and all of that bullshit. Subscribe to everybody on here who's got a show.
Even me. I got
Even
one
Jackie.
somewhere.
Weird War
You
II.
and Jackie. Yes.
I'm maybe going to make that video on the Crusades. Maybe.
Nice. I need to go check that
Yeah,
out.
Jackie, your Halloween costume, bro.
That's good.
Top fucking notch. Next year in Jerusalem.
Ave.
Diaz Wolf. All right, guys. Peace, love, and chicken grease.
We
Have a
need to
great
tear
weekend,
down
everybody.
a Roman
Happy trails.
barracks.
Keep it weird.